I think we've known each other for maybe about 5 years, you know, since I started going to this juggling club.
You know how when you walk in the room and you look like a big goober, and then you start to juggle, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, grace in action.
You mean I look like a goober when I'm not juggling?
Well, with that hat on, you look like a goober even when you are juggling.
Really?
So I wasn't so good, and somehow these people that were really good kind of intimidated me. But one day I got up on my nerve because it just was so beautiful, and I was just drawn over to speak with this person that was having these beautiful balls dancing above their head and looking at them. So I started to speak to them, and lo and behold, they spoke back to me, and thus formed sort of the beginnings of a very strange group of friendships amongst myself and my fellow jugglers. And it's funny, you've got folks that you see just every week and you juggle with them, and that's pretty much it. And then there's other people where it turns out that you have a little more in common with them than just juggling. So I would say my friend Bill, I don't know how, I guess he came over for a party one day and stayed longer than the rest of the people. In fact, yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, Ellen and I sometimes come here and practice together. And sometimes we meet at this park in Malvern, which is about halfway in between where we both live. Like when we went down to the International Juggling Convention, she wanted to get good at passing clubs, because that's what you do down there. You meet other people and everybody's passing clubs and learning new patterns and stuff. So I was helping her out with that.
We would juggle, and we would pass, and I would drop, and I would drop, and I would drop, and I would drop. And soon his patience started to wear thin. He wasn't quite as benevolent as he had once been, and he developed this horrible sneer that he made the whole time he was juggling, which was very discouraging, but he kept at it. Bill, you would never, ever get... Ah!
I love juggling. You know, sometimes she gets on my nerves because, you know, I'm trying to help her with the juggling, and she just doesn't, she kind of, her mind wanders, and she has a hard time focusing. And she's easily distracted, so I'm like, okay, let's do this. We'll be doing this right-left pattern or whatever. There's all these different patterns. And she's really good with no problem. You know, we'll be doing it for maybe about 5 seconds or something, and then her mind will wander and she'll get distracted and she'll just totally screw up. And it's really annoying because I know she's good, but she's not consistent because she has a hard time focus. But it's hard to coach somebody on how to focus. That's like a mental problem she has. She has mental problems, and I think she needs a psycho. I think she needs a shrink. And now I'm a juggling coach, but I'm not a shrink, okay? So I can only help Ellen so much. You know, I wish I could do more. I'd say I'd practice for about like a half an hour to an hour or two every day.
So, even though juggling's only 2 days a week, he felt, as do all the very serious people, that you have to do it every day to get better. Because some people apparently don't have anything else to do with their lives besides juggle every day. I don't know who does their wash for them, or cleans their houses for them, or does any of their errands. Oh, that's right, they're all men. They have people do that for them. Well, so anyway, that's beside the point. But I digress. Yes.
It's kind of nutty because we've been, you know, spending so much time together and laughing and stuff like that, but which doesn't really have anything to do with juggling, except that that's what we all have in common, because we all belong to the juggling club.